The video you're getting ready to watch is me putting this foot back in balance. The horse was just on a normal cycle and ready to be shod for spring here. And this is what we trimmed off. And you're going to see that we took a considerable amount more toe off than we did heel. And it really made a drastic difference in what we were looking at here, the hairline. And what it boils down to, we were able to, by trimming this excess hoof wall off down to live sole, or just close to live sole, we've got the horse back in balance. Now it's ready to receive a shoe, and she'll be good to go. You could leave her barefoot like that if you wanted to, but depending on the terrain you're going to be riding on and maybe what you're going to be doing with the horse shoes, or I think they're, and I know some places think they're barbaric to put a nail in a horse's foot, but to me that shoe saves a lot of issues, and save you chasing down them boots all over the park and wondering why your horse is lame. You know, get a good horseshoer and get some shoes on your horse, and I think you'll find that you've got a whole lot less headaches. I did say good horseshoer. You know, there is poor horseshoeing out there, so just educate yourself on what you're looking for, and that will help you. But anyway, that's the video you're getting ready to watch. If you like the content that you see in our videos, please hit that subscribe button. It helps us to get a larger audience, so I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Dennis here at Cappel Training and Shoeing. Today we're going to just shoe a horse at the time. That horse was trimmed a few months ago, and now it's time to put shoes on for spring. And what I wanted you to get out of this is that in a normal cycle of the time period from when they're trimmed until they're reset or retrimmed, it's normal for the foot to distort. And if you look, we'll do a hind foot here this morning so you can see how much excess toe is on that back foot. But look at that hairline. Right now the hairline is pointing up. If we drew a straight line through the hairline here, the hairline is coming up pretty high up in here. So ideally, if you draw a line through that hairline, you want it to hit them on the front legs or somewhere. You know, ideally close down to the knee, but somewhere on the front legs is better. When you see a hairline like that, you know you've got a negative palmar angle. And it's just a fancy word to mean that the back of the coffin bone is closer to the ground than the front of the coffin bone. So normal trimming is going to take care of it. This is not corrective horseshoeing. This is reading the situation and trimming the foot as it needs to be, so we're getting ready to put a shoe on. So so just set that foot up there, and the first thing I always do is just get the dirt out of the foot so I can see, and then I'll make an assessment of what the heels look like, what the bars look like, what the frog looks like. But before I can do any of that, I got to get the dirt out of there so I can see. Okay, there's some excess growth on this frog right here, so I'm going to just take that. I trimmed the parts of the frog off that look like they're going to just trap dirt, trap moisture, and I don't want to trim an excess amount. No need for it. That frog is supposed to be in contact with the ground as much as it can be for support, but I'll just clean it out so you can see. And this frog has been, it's not too terribly distorted. It's a little bit stretched forward, but it's wide, which means it's been working as it should. However, there's been quite a bit of moisture where this horse has been, and right here in that central sulcus, it's void right at the moment. That's just a temporary state of being. It's gonna come back, and you see the bars are pretty high here, and they need to be addressed, and there's quite a bit of sole on the bottom of this horse's foot. Whenever a trimmed frog is setting deep inside of the sole like this, you know you've got an excess amount of sole to deal with. So we need to find where live sole is. So I'm going to take this knife here and find waxy. So I'm down to waxy right there on the side of that foot right there. Now the bar is sticking up above it, so I'm going to take that bar off like that. Now if you notice that when that bar got trimmed, it now takes a straight line right into that frog right there, and that would be the center of the foot. And that's an important point for me to find. So just clean this out here a little bit more. Same thing on this side. Anytime there's easy. Yeah, come on. Yeah. Just wait for her to relax. There, she's going to relax and come down. But you see those dark lines in there? Anytime you see that on the sole, you know you've got a lot of sole. You're a long way from sensitive material. So we're just taking that out so we can find where live sole is. Okay. So now we've got the sole down to waxy, and again I'm just doing this so you can see where live sole is. It's not absolutely necessary to take all of that out, but we want to know where we're at so we know how much to trim off. And I'm going to see, I've got a starting point back here of where where the frog and the hoof wall meet, about right there. That's where I'm going to start my heel nip. Same thing on the other side. See how that frog comes back and it's got almost a straight line here, and then it curves in. Well, right here where that wide part is, that's where I'm going to get my measurement from here on this particular foot. Let her have a break there. I'm doing more talking than working, and it's hard. You got to feel for the horse too, so let her have a break here a minute. Okay. So I'll just start right in here now. Start with my nip. Notice that there's a lot more toe coming off of this horse than there was heel, and we saw that from above. That's what was causing that hairline to have that angle that we're not looking for, that we don't want. Okay. Good girl, good girl, good. Waiting on, she's pulling and straining. I'm gonna let her relax. Come back here, there we go. Okay, and you can see this dark line that is around between the sole and the hoof wall means that we've got ample depth of hoof wall to hold this horse up. So we're not down in near sensitive tissue whatsoever. We've got a lot of foot still left on her, so we've done a real conservative trim so that the horse won't be sore when we're done. I'm gonna just level this up. Now I'm going to take the edge of this rasp and uniform, make the hoof wall uniform. The hoof wall is from where my fingernail is to where my thumbnail is right there. And you see it gets thicker as it gets to the toe. So I'm going to just make that hoof wall uniform around the foot here. And then I'll go get a shoe. See what we've got. But now you can come over here and look at that foot, you know, compared to what it was before. And now you see that hairline. If we run a line through it, we'll come up and hit that horse just about at the knee. So we've successfully taken that angle of that foot and essentially stood it up more so that we've got proper bone alignment throughout this horse's leg. And also by trimming that foot to what the sole said to do side to side, we've got proper alignment, you know, all the way through. So anyway, that's essentially all we need to do to prepare this foot. I'm just going to nail a shoe on that and she'll be good to go.